Hi, I'm Heather from booktubes, and today is my Kindle Unlimited TBR. I think this every time I make one of these videos, but I really need to do this video more frequently. I use KU as a kind of short TBR list a lot of times, so I will swap out titles without ever mentioning them or reading them or opening them. Like, I am constantly changing what I have checked out from Kindle Unlimited. Kindle Unlimited, this is a service that you pay for as a monthly subscription from Amazon, and any book that is in the Kindle Unlimited program, you can then read for free. The author gets paid by amount of pages read. So for a reader, it's a great way to sample a person's writing style and also, kind of get that fix for I want new books to read without going on a spending spree. And it doesn't harm the author, it is not stealing, it is a good deal for everybody involved, and is something that I use a lot to read because I don't buy a lot of books. I would never be able to afford to pay for all of the books that I read or consider reading. That's impossible, that's out of my reach. And Kindle Unlimited and the library are my fix for that. So you can have up to 20 books checked out. I have like 15 checked out right now. Some of these I've mentioned on my channel before, some of them I have not. So let's get started. The first one is Ruthless Demon King by Nikki Crowe. This is the author of The Never King, which I'm obsessed with. I did a live with my friends. The Love in the Night Readathon is coming up, so I think I'm going to save all of my paranormal romances for the readathon pretty much, especially because right now, like when I'm filming this and when you see this, I have to be reading the Hidden Legacy books for the live, which those are from the library. So most of the paranormal romances, at least, will definitely be saved for Love in the Night. It starts on the 17th, I believe, which I think is Saturday. So, and our live for Hidden Legacy is Friday, and I'm trying to read the books between now and then. So basically, by the time I'm done with Hidden Legacy, it will be time for Love in the Night. So I will be reading the paranormal romances then. So Ruthless Demon King is obviously a demon. Dun, dun, dun. He pretty much rules the world. Everyone bows to him. She refuses to. I do believe that this is a trilogy, so you're going to expect a couple of cliffhangers and then the HEA at the end of the third book. But I feel like Nikki Crowe, you will either really like her dark light paranormal romances, or you will not like them at all. That would be my guess. Next, I have Honeytrap by Cassie Mint. I have read like one Cassie Mint and didn't enjoy it as much. I know she's a pretty popular novella author right now. This one though, I talked to Rachel at Rachel Reads and Sings, and she said that this series, because the main characters, the heroines, are kind of more like criminals, they're not as naive and dumb as some of the main characters can be in these types of alpha male insta love, possessive, obsessive, over the top novellas. So I'm hoping that, this one doesn't annoy me, that I enjoy it. So basically she gets people to tell her their secrets and then she sells them, and the PI wants to protect her instead of turn her in. And obviously they have an insta love romance. Then I have Taken to Voraxia. Can't read my own writing, probably mispronounced it anyways. If you're familiar with me and my content, don't take any of my words at face value. This is by Elizabeth Stevens. This is a Black author that I follow on TikTok, and she has mentioned how she writes Black and biracial characters in all of her books. So this is an alien romance, and her TikToks keep getting me, fingers crossed, that I like the books. But I can tell you her TikToks keep just sucking me in. So this is like the first book in her series. Okay, yes, I remember this. So basically the aliens come into their colony every 3 years, and they take the most beautiful woman, and she feels safe. She feels like no one's gonna pick her, and then their king picks her. He's a hybrid with red alien skin and brown human eyes. So basically she runs away, and he knows that she's his mate, but she doesn't, and she runs away. Yeah. gonna kill a bunch of people to get her, I think. Then I have Deceived by the Gargoyles by Lillian Lark. I have read one Lillian Lark, which that's wild that I've only read one. I feel like I'm so familiar with her work. But this one is a why choose romance. It's also polyamorous in the sense that everybody's involved with everybody else. So you have 3 gargoyles, and then you have a human curvy witch librarian, I think might be true about this. But like the head gargoyle, like the alpha one, woos her as his mate without telling her that he comes with 2 other mates. So I've heard great things about it. I love the cover. I'd like to finally get to it. That would be cool. Again, both the alien and this gargoyle one will probably be options for Love in the Night. Then I have Finlay Donovan is Killing It by Elle Cosimano. This has been on my TBR since last fall because of Ingrid from Ingrid Inspired. When we were doing the 5th season read along, she told us all that we had to read it. This was before it blew up. Now I've seen it recommended a million times. I know Izzy read it and said she thought I would probably like it. But this has been on my TBR since Ingrid told me read it. And part of it is because it's a murder mystery, but it's more lighthearted, less stress. Finlay Donovan is a writer who someone mistakenly thinks that she is a hit woman and pays her to kill somebody, and shenanigans ensue. Then I have Moonstruck, which is Necessary Evils #3 by Onley James. This is the male psychopath obsessive insta-love romances that this series I am really into. I don't know what #3 is. It doesn't matter. Honestly, they all blend together for me a little bit, like the side characters. I'm just not good at keeping track of those things. But I am looking forward to reading it, and I'll find out which brother it's about when I do. The psychopaths were all adopted by a billionaire who basically did a social experiment to see if he could get these psychopathic children to be trained to take out abusers rather than becoming abusers themselves. Then I have Ill-Fate Mate by Jordan Monroe. I saw this on TikTok. It's like 120 pages. Again, this will be saved for Love in the Night. So this kind of qualifies as a Love in the Night TBR, I guess. But this one, he knows that she's his mate, and it's a mortal and a folklore student. He's the god of ill fate. He's been waiting for 2,500 years for his mate and has given up. She doesn't believe him. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Then I have Tied In by Jillian Graves. This is the Gargoyle Daddy Dom romance that I know so many people who read the arc and loved it. And I am just like, surely I would like it. Izzy said I would like it. Yeah, that's what I've got for you. If Gargoyle Daddy Dom didn't convince you, I don't know what to tell you, because that's honestly all of the information that I needed to know. Then I have Falling for the Enemy by Katie Golding. Could not tell you what this is about. Have no recollection of this book, where I saw it, why it's on my list. I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe I'll just insert a clip.
Hi. I'm still not sure why it's on my list or what the person said that made me think that I would want to read it, but I can tell you from the synopsis that this is rivals and they hate each other. Also, they have like an online relationship, not realizing that they are who they are. So, you know, the classic rivals, I hate you, but also you're my online anonymous confidant.
Then I have Magpies and Mayhem, which is Balance #2 by Elsie Winters. Also saving this for Love in the Night. This is a magpie shifter who is the best friend of the previous main character's book and the vampire roommate of the previous book's love interest. I'm just so excited. I know we have a prickly heroine. I loved all of the roommates. I'm super excited to see these people work it out. I don't know anything about it other than the fact that I know I love the characters and want to read it, but I'm not really 100% sure on the plot. Doesn't matter. The cover, stunning. Then I have Soft and Low by Jamie Bennett. Could not tell you where I saw this, who told me to read it, why I have it on my list. You would be shocked to know how frequently that's a problem for me. I feel like because I often delete them off my TBR because I'm like, all right, I don't even know, so goodbye. Yeah, I do that a lot. So I feel like someone specifically told me that I would really like this, or told me something about it, but I don't know what that was or who it was. It is a contemporary romance, and she has trouble trusting him, and he's not afraid of anything. I think she asked him to help him. I don't know. I really feel like somebody told me something that I was like, oh, okay, let me add that. But I'm not sure what. I feel like it was in a comment on a video. So if that was you, take credit. Let me know, because my brain just can't quite pull it out. But anywho, Sinful Redemption, Mafia Misfits #2 by Asia Monique. This is the Black mafia, kind of like outcasts of the mafia who make their own mafias. I'm very interested in this. Follows side characters that we met in the first book, friends of the two main characters, friends / brothers maybe. Not sure what the tropes are, not sure what the plot is. I have it on my list. I actually have it kind of on my summer TBR. I want to try and make sure I get to it. And then I have The King's Horrible Bride by Katie Wilde. I love Katie, darn you and your whore of a mother. Clicked on the ad on Goodreads. It should just not take you anywhere when you click on an ad on Goodreads, because clearly you accidentally clicked it. It shouldn't even count. Okay, so we have a king whose objective is to erase his father's corrupt legacy, and a billionaire left him money and his daughter. 12 years later, he secured the kingdom's future. He's ready to claim his bride, even if his advisors insist that she's a horrible choice. They aren't the only ones who need persuading. Pretty much, she doesn't want to be queen, but she does want to be his. Dun dun dun. And this is actually in a series with The King's Spinster Bride by Ruby Dixon and The King's Innocent Bride by Ella Good. They've done these collaborative series, so I have that one. And then Surrender to the Moonlight, which is Georgia R.K. #1 by Drea Anderson. I've actually started this one, but like I said, I have to be reading Hidden Legacy. This is a Black love Georgia witch and shifter, magic practitioner, I guess might be more accurate, and shifter romance. So her grandmother died. All of the women in her family are cursed, I think, to have broken hearts or something like that. And she is a cougar shifter, I want to say, and he is the alpha of the local wolf pack and had a business relationship with her grandmother. And that's all I know with how far into I am. Also, they believe that the grandmother was murdered, so they're going to work together to try and find who did it. Then lastly, I have Purity by Skylar Mason. I follow this author on TikTok. She talks a lot about the kinks that are common for people who grew up in purity culture, and I was like, yep, that's me. So she wrote this book kind of dealing with that, dealing with the healing and kink and I think consensual non-consent and stuff, and I really want to see if I like this book. I hope I do. I'd like to, obviously, because that's the only reason I pick up books. But that's kind of what has caught my attention and made me think, maybe this book was written for me. Maybe I will be like, oh, flashbacks, I'm out. I don't know. We're gonna find out. So that's it. That's all the books I have checked out on Kindle Unlimited right now. Let me know if you've read or would like to read any of these, if there are any that I should prioritize, especially maybe for Love in the Night. Let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.